Well, welcome everybody to Inspired Conversations podcast show. This is Kim Evans. I'm your lovely host, and I have a beautiful guest here from Sydney, Australia. My God, I just cannot believe this. We are going international. This podcast show, ladies and gentlemen, lady boss entrepreneurs, it is going to be so amazing. We're going to be talking about mentorship and coaching, and I'm so excited to present to you Miss Alex Quinn. Alex, thank you for saying yes to be my guest on my podcast show.
Great to be here. Thank you for having me.
And thank you, because I know it is a time difference from where we are in California, the United States, and you're over there in Sydney, Australia. So I thank you graciously for making the time and to share your gems to my audience. All right, everybody. For those of you who do not know me, I am Kim Evans. I'm the proud owner of Two Gorgeous Integrated Health and Wellness, and I am located in the Bay Area. And I actually am a health and wellness coach, owner of Two Gorgeous Integrated Health and Wellness for 26 years. And welcome to Inspired Conversations podcast show. So, Miss Alex, what I love to start the show with a quick blessing. I hope that's okay with you.
Absolutely.
All right, listeners and viewers, I always like to just send a blessing out. I hope that every one of you guys will be blessed and inspired. I love to always invite God in because God is amazing. And without God, I would not be doing this podcast show. But I want to first just invite him in to have full reign of this show. Oh my gosh, as far as the East, as far as the West, as far as the North, as far as the South, that the words that are being shared in this podcast show, that he wants to go out, that the listeners that are listening and the people that are viewing will be blessed, transformed, illuminated, and they will be transpired. So I am so excited. God, thank you for this gem of this wonderful speaker and coach mentor, Miss Alex Quinn, that's going to drop some gems today about her coaching practice. And we're so excited of the work that she's doing and how she's transforming the world. And God, thank you for my voice, because without you, I'm nothing. All right, you guys, let's get started with this. Alex, I'm going to read just a tad bit of your bio. Is that okay before we get started?
Absolutely.
You know, one of the things I thought was so excited in how we got attracted to one another is because I'm very aware of Bob Proctor, the late, great Bob Proctor, who was like the father of inspiration and mentorship and coaching. Let's just say mentorship and coaching. I followed Bob Proctor for many, many years. For those of you who do not know Bob Proctor, he did pass away a few months ago in his late 80s. And he was just such a legend when it comes to uplifting mentors, coaching, the whole just enchilada. So I am going to leave some links below. So any of you who are not privy to his work, that you could go and you could begin to educate yourself and to be inspired with some of his messages, because he left here with the Bob Proctor Gallagher Institute that is amazing. And he's bringing up consultants that is transforming, lighting a fire to the world, making people feel better and coaching. And so I want you guys to really just to honor this man and his legacy and what he has left. And we are looking at one of his key students right here. So I am so excited to present to her, because people who are going through the Institute, they become actually certified, and then they can go out into the world and they can share his modeling of his legacy of what he's left. So Alex is actually going to give us some information about that. So Alex actually, again, is a Bob Proctor Gallagher consultant. And she actually has her own Facebook group where she's doing these wonderful coaching in her group. And we're going to talk about that. And she also actually is the CEO and the owner of Dream Warriors Coaching. But I wanted to share just a little bit actually about what she does, why I let her. You know what I love about her? Because Alex, you do a lot of mindset training, guidance and support, training. You use the law of the universe. We know the 21 universal laws. I love that. That is just so nice. Positive and supportive community thinking, mindset revolution. I mean, oh my God, we just got to just get right into it. Let's just get right into it. All right, so just go ahead and just start. I'm so excited. Tell the world what you do, Alex. Just go ahead on. Take it away. Take it away.
All right, good day. Good day, mate. This is my attempt of trying to greet everybody and welcome everybody with my Aussie accent.
I love it. I love it. I love
If
it.
there's any Aussie out there, would be really proud of me. Good day.
Good day, mate. Good day, mate. That is one of the, don't trust them, but by next year I will be coming to Australia. It is on my vision board to come and visit. Absolutely.
Yeah, I love that. So yeah, I was a for however many years, I grew up in China. I was born and raised in China. And I always wanted to have money and time freedom.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew there's a better world out there. And so, but in Chinese culture, we were very conditioned to do whatever our parents asked us to do, because that's the culture over there. And so I grew up in that culture, and my parents want me to get a good grade at school and then go to university and then find a job, a stable job at the bank, being an accountant, because every business be an accountant, right? So, and then have a family and have children, and then I'll be able to see the end of my life. Well, that deep down in my heart, that doesn't resonate with me. In my early 20s, when I at my university, I wanted to have an international business. I wanted to travel all around the world. But my parents want me to get an accounting degree and become a CPA. I could not disagree with them. So I went along and I became an accountant. I did my university degree in accounting. I did master degrees in accounting, and I became a CPA. And I work at the PwC, a big four accounting firm. And everything from outside looked amazing. I was on the rising career, but deep down, I was so exhausted. I was like, so struggle. I know something is greater for me. I want to have my international business, travel all around the world, but I'm trapped in a box of accounting.
That's
and I work.
That's amazing. Yeah. That's amazing. Here it is. You're at the top of your game, in your career, and you're doing what your parents said you wanted to do, but you still found a hollowness. You were not 100 fulfilled, and you were not satisfied. And you knew that there was something greater out there for you to be had. So let me ask you, how did you find your way to coaching? How did you find your way over to that?
It took me 20 years, Kim. It took me 20 years. And how did it come about? And I was working in a PwC, and I was completely burnt out because I was working over 80 hours a week.
Wow.
Like it's minimum 75 hours. So sometimes go beyond like to 85 hours. And it's just insane. I was working overnight and I was soon burnt out. And then I thought maybe when I change my country from China to Australia, Australia is so laid back, is encouraging work-life balance. And I thought if I could change my country and come to Australia, my life will be changed. I will have my money and time freedom, right? And then so through a very complex immigration process, I landed in Australia, Sydney, Australia in 2006. So, and I landed in Australia and I thought, wow, I'm in a new country. So my life's going to change. And then I said, but to my surprise, my internally still struggle. Even though it took me 6 months to find my first job in Australia as an accountant, because the language barrier, I have, I have to pick up and I have to practice my interview and so on and so forth. So, and then once I found my first job in Australia, I was like, yay, I did it. It's amazing. And then I said, but I still struggle because I was in an audit. I was in an audit firm and I still working long hours, and I was doing 9 to 5 full-time work. And then I did my part-time master degree. And then I was trying to do my CPA as well at the same time. So I'm killing myself. Not enough time, right? I don't,
Wow.
yeah, I
So
got the money.
so I got to ask you this question. I mean, you have a vast financial background. I used to be a corporate auditor with Bank of America, so I know those days, but mine was very short. So I know what those numbers are like, and I was very miserable doing that kind of work. But what I wanted to ask you real quickly, because we are going to talk about, you know, the purpose of mentor and coaching and why it is needed to have a mentor and a coach and how that does help to speed up the process of your next, and also so that you can start living the life that you deserve, because we're hearing this dark space, but you was able to come over to the light. So real quickly, you could have spent the bottle and been in any country. Why did you decide Sydney, Australia, of all the beautiful countries to land? Why that one? What brought you? Why did you kind of like, Sydney is where I'm going to really park it, and Sydney, Australia is really where I'm going to birth my new next? It's a beautiful country. Beautiful.
It is indeed, indeed. Very lucky to be here. Very blessed to be here in Sydney, Australia.
Yeah.
Well, at that time, I can go anywhere around the world, but something just like I wanted to go to Australia. Is I don't know. I was just somehow guided. I was somehow guided by the universe. It just the idea came out to me because at that point in time, I could go either apply to the university in Sydney, or I can go to Canada. But I feel like Canada was too cold for me, and Australia have a bit more sunny days.
You know what? I think that's beautiful. It speaks to boldness. It speaks to fierceness. It speaks to independence. It speaks to, you know, living within your passion. How many people do you know leave their homeland and go into a different country and just say, hey, I'm going to make this work no matter what. I'm going to be successful. So that says a lot about your character, just like that. And you went and you didn't know anybody. I mean, it was just you and you made it happen. And now you're married. It's like, wow, that is fantastic. So the difference between coaching and mentorship, and then I want to ask you, how did you tiptoe, how you find your way to Bob Proctor Institute? We got to get to that, because that's, we got to do that. I'm so excited to know that story. So what would you say, and how would you define, so the viewers that are listening quickly would just get a clear understanding when they say, hey, you know, some people say I need a mentorship, some people say I need a coach. How would you define the difference between the two?
In mentorship and coaching, well, I think they are kind of interlaced. I think they are kind of interlaced, mentoring and coaching. You know, like when we are at work, we also have, you know, being a CPA, we need to have a mentor. And coaching is completely different. I feel that coaching is taking you from A to B, where mentoring is going along the journey. So you could be mentored by your peers. You could be mentored by your boss. But there's a difference in coaching, because coaching is actually really taking you through that journey from A to B, finding out where you are and helping you to get to where you want it to be, which is the B.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I would have to agree to that coaching actually is a short-term experience, and you could repeat it if you need it. It helps you to get to A to B, whether it's in the workplace, whether you're paying it outside as an entrepreneur, you're paying for a season of time with someone in their expertise to get you to a point of clarity, beyond calm, to reach a level so that you could be productive in your lifestyle, in your career, in your business for a season of time until you reach another plateau. And then it's like, okay, you work on this next issue. Mentorship can go a lifetime. Mentorship can go a longer season. Mentorship can be free. Mentorship sometimes can be paid, depending upon the level of a mentorship. A mentorship is a kind of like a continual fellowship, if you will, between two people. So there is a difference, just so people can know that. So I'm curious, Alex, how did you find your way to Bob Proctor? How did you come on over to the Bob Proctor Institute?
Long way. It's a long way, you know, like, and then, you know, I came to Australia and I still struggle all that. And it's been like 20 years, but I just don't know what it is that I knew that I have a greater life. But I was working because my parents want me to become an accountant. I wanted to make them proud. So their dream for me is to work for a bank and have a stable income. So I just went through that motion and ocean and just keep grinding and grinding. But then one day it hit me. I said, I just don't want to continue this life. I was so still deep down feeling not having enough money and time, freedom. And so I just noticed something greater for me. And it's quite interesting when you are looking for something, it comes. You cannot see 10 steps ahead. You can only see one step ahead. So that is how the universe guides us. So I just knew that I want to try something else. So I just explore different things. I talk to different people. I talk to the business owners, and I even have my own accounting firm later on that I talk to a lot of business owners. I'm serving them. But there's something that I just know I wanted to make an impact in people's life. I wanted to make an impact in people's life. I wanted to help them with my finance backgrounds. And one day it just it dropped in front of me. I came connected. I watched a video of Bob Proctor. And when you watch a video of Bob Proctor,
you get hooked.
Talking to you, straight to you.
Yes.
Yes. He was like, one sentence really resonated with me. He was saying that most people tiptoe through life and they play so safe and hope they make it to death.
Right.
And that really resonated with me at that point in time. I was like, I just playing so safe to meet my parents' expectation. And I know there's a greater life. I don't even know what is out there. And I just tiptoe through life and hope at the end I make it to death. And I didn't want that anymore.
So how long have you been coaching now in your business, which is now the name of your business is Dream Warriors Coaching. So how long have you been a coach now?
So about a year.
Okay, about a year. Okay, great. And then how long did it take you to go through the program with Bob Proctor, his program?
This program with Bob Proctor is about a few months. Yeah. But then the thing is, when I get onto the information with Bob Proctor, I'm deep down, that calling, the knowing, that is what resonated with me. And that is what I wanted to do, what exactly Bob was doing, to make an impact in people's life, to help them to get from A to B much faster, to help people to turn their annual income into monthly income. So that's why I'm so excited. And then I just decided to make that decision. I jumped straight onto it. I say, my hands up, I wanted to become a PGI consultant. I want to change millions of people's life.
But what I think, though, it gives you the framework, it gives you the models, and it gives you the strategies. Because I've looked into his programs, I looked into his work. I know his work very, very well. And I've met a couple of people that have been able to go through the group coaching program with him. And it's continual. It's a continual process. But the skill set that you get is second to none on how he prepares you to go off into the world and to use those practices and methods to help other people. So I'm kind of curious, Alex, give us an example of maybe how you've been able to help one of your clients maybe get over their fears, or maybe to get over their limitation, and how you've been able to move them from A to Z. If you'd like to share an example with us on how you've been able to do that.
Absolutely. So when you work with a proven system, you know that you put in the work, it will come. And it comes so fast, sometimes it shocked you. So one of my recent students, he came to me, he's from Thailand, and he came to me when he was only earning 30,000 Thai baht. And he wanted to earn 100,000 a month Thai baht. And then we start to work together. You know, like 30,000 Thai baht is like just a few hundred US dollars a month. It's not a lot, but he was so back against the wall, and he decided he's going to use his entire life saving to invest in this course, because he know if he walk through that system, he's going to receive the result that he want.
Okay.
And so he made that brave move. He actually borrow money to invest in the course. And then he went through 4 stages I'm going to share with you later.
Okay.
And to power through the fears and procrastination he gone through. And you know what? Less than 6 months later, he achieved his goal. He not only achieved his goal, he exceeded his goal. He was earning 120,000 a month.
Wow. So how long was he?
30.
So how long did it take him to reach that point from the time that he started coaching with you to the time that he met that monetary goal? How long did that take, that span?
Less than 6 months. It can happen so fast.
Yeah, change can happen rapidly. Yeah.
Absolutely. Within the first week when he was working with me, like extra 10,000 income just dropped in front of him. Just within a week. So it could happen so fast.
Okay, so show us a tangible construct, a tangible system, or a tangible method on how you took him from that to, because sometimes people need to know, they need to really see a tad bit of what is a part of the system. So please share, do share. I think you have a slide or a screen to share with us. We'd love to share that screen if you like. We're going to do a screen share for a second. Do we have it still set up? I would love to see this. Yes, power through your fears. Yes, please explain this. This is lovely.
Right. So we have a normal like with the fears, we go through 4 stages. Number 1 is called bondage. And then we go through reason. And then we hit the terror barrier. And the 4th stage is freedom. Most of the time when we have a big idea, great idea, like for example, my client, he wanted to earn 100,000 a month, but he was trapped in an X type of thought. That is like 30,000. He was earning 30,000. So he having a X type of thought that produced the result that earning 30,000. Okay. Is it what he really wanted to earn? No, but because he's not thinking the person who is earning 120,000 a month thought, right? So you would be like, agree with me. If someone is earning 30,000, definitely they're not thinking about earning 120,000 thought. They think differently, right? So that is what happens when he was at that bondage stage,
right?
And that produced the result that he's only earning 30,000 a month. Now he went to my workshop, and in my 3 days workshop, which I host in my free Facebook group, and he came to my workshop and he got an idea. I was like, oh, I would love to be able to earn 100,000 a month. And that is an idea come from outside. He see what is possible for others, and he begin to open his conscious mind to believe that is possible for him as well. But you know, nothing's going to happen if you just have that idea and you don't entertain that idea. You don't impress that into your conscious mind. Okay, so that was still just a thought, you know, oh, yeah, it's possible for somebody else. Yeah, it's not possible for me, right? And then they still have the same X type of feeling with nothing changed. It's just an idea, okay? And then they still have the same result at that point in time. Now, mentorship coming so important because it can take you to the next level. When he start to work with me, and then he know this idea is possible for him. He know that he have a system that will take him to there. And he started really entertain this idea. This is for me, and I'm earning 100K a month. And that's belong to me. He started to entertain that idea and express that idea into his subconscious mind over and over and over again, day in and day out. And so repetition is so important. Also, accountability is so important. Most of people, when they get to this stage, then you have a Y type of thoughts, but subconsciously you still have the X type of thinking. But because you are impressing the Y idea, and that make your body vibrate at an XY vibration rate, and that it's a chaotic vibration that send your body XY vibration, and that produce anxiety at a vibration level. So you start to feel anxious. Some people may get depressed because they don't know what's going on. I don't have what it takes. Oh, I look at the resources. I never done it before. So they start to worry and doubt and start to get really self-doubting and self-sabotaging, and they procrastinate. Most people without mentor or coaches holding their hands, they will bounce right back to bondage, because no one wanted to stay in a XY vibration, the chaotic vibration, the anxiety for so long, okay? But you know what, when you have this knowledge, you know that you have a system when you know if you keep impressing your Y ideas into your subconscious mind, if you keep doing it over and over again, then eventually your Y idea is going to win over your X type of vibrations. And then at the other side, when you bounce over this terror barrier, there's an invisible mental wall in there. When you be able to do that, you will get to the next stage, which is freedom. Then you will have Y type of ideas in your consciousness. And then you have a Y type of feelings in your subconsciousness, and your body vibrate in harmony of that Y vibration. That is a freedom.
And that's the way it works. Oh my gosh, that's the way it works. That is just completely amazing. So here's my question. We have to get to that freedom. Why do you think that people self-sabotage? They're at that first step. You talk about the bondage, then you talk about the reason, and then you talk about the terror barrier, and then there's that wall. And then, but you got to get through that wall first in order to see the light to get to the freedom. And that is the space where a lot of people get stuck. That is a space where a lot of people fall back. So what would you say, and how can you encourage someone to continue to move forward so that they can get their breakthrough in that subconscious mind?
Now,
I guess I would just, let me just interject real quick. I would think that your why has to be so far bigger than what you're going through. You got to have a big why in order to keep you forward thinking. And what would you say that is? Because I see that a lot where people just it's like, oh my God, I'm about to get my breakthrough, but now I'm going back into this fear. So how do we move them and keep them moving forward so that they can reach that place of freedom?
It's really understanding.
Yeah.
Really, once you got to build understanding, because, you know, at a conscious level, you wanted to have that freedom, but you don't know how to get there. And then the next moment you entertain that thought, then worry and doubts come in. When that worry and doubts come in your consciousness, in your subconscious, it produces fear. That is a fear feeling, okay? When you have a fear, then most of the time you suppress it. Well, you suppress your fear, and then it becomes suppressed depression, right? Anxiety and depression. Really what depression is anger turned inwards. So you suppress that, you turn that anger inwards. And then your body moves into disease, right? So disease, right? You always hyphenate that word. Is this your body at disease? When your body at disease, you are actually pretty much killing yourself, right? There's a lot of us, what we're doing. If we're not growing, we're dying, right? So we disintegrate. Now, when you be able to go to the other side, when here we applying the law of polarity, law of polarity states that there's always an equal opposite. So what is the equal opposite of ignorance? It's knowledge. So when we be able to earn the knowledge through study. So that's why Bob Proctor and all of us study at least an hour a day to really to study our human mind, because we wanted to build that knowledge. When we understand, we have that knowledge, then we be able to build the faith. The faith that you know that if you keep doing, impressing your why idea into your subconscious mind, when you know how the conscious mind and subconscious mind and all the vibrations incorporate together in how you change your subconscious mind, when you know that, then you have a certainty. You know, when you keep doing this, there's a faith you will get the results. When you work in harmony with the laws, then you have the results. It's not maybe, it's definitely. So you build up the faith. When you have faith, then you body at ease. Right. You're relaxed. You keep doing the work, and it will come in your physical form. And your body at ease, then you accelerate. So you're happy, you share, you express your feeling. Oh, I'm feeling great, Kim. Oh, I know I'm having this momentum. Wow, I'm just powering through it. Then you share it. The more you share, the universe loves speed. You attract more of the things make you excited. You just gain the momentum. That's how, it doesn't take long to 4 times your income.
It doesn't take long. I would totally agree, but you have to change your subconscious mind. You have to change the way you think. And I think in part largely due to when you get to that point till you're about to cross over to get your breakthrough. And this is what I love so much about the late great Bob Proctor, is that he talked about changing your thoughts, because that changes the conscious mind. You've got to get in there and you have to think positive thoughts. He was a thinker man, wasn't he? A thinker man. He's just a thinker man, and that's the key right there. You have to continue to interchange that, because we know that all disease starts in the body. And if you're feeling this deficit, you change the way you think, you change your thoughts would change your physiological body. And then when you do that, you change the outcome. Wow, this is so good. Alex, this is fantastic. So real quick, share with us, you have a Facebook group. Can anyone join your Facebook group?
Absolutely, absolutely. And you know what, Kim? We are doing a giveaway challenge in our free Facebook group this week and next week, right? So we are actually.
So everybody come over to her Facebook group. This is the perfect time to join in. And I will also put that information in the notes. This is great. When does the challenge start?
It's starting tomorrow.
Okay, so it starts tomorrow, but if they join your group tomorrow or the day after, can they come in and do the challenge at any time? Okay, that's great.
Absolutely, it lasts for 7 days. So now is really the perfect time to join my Facebook group.
This is wonderful.
It's called Successful Entrepreneur Mindset for Dream Warriors. Because I believe everyone should be the warrior of their dreams, right? So
you become the champion of your life, right?
Absolutely.
You become the champion of your life. So let me also ask you real quickly before we close out, the 3-day workshop, is that something different in addition to your challenge, your 7-day challenge, the 3-day workshop? Your 3-day workshop, is that something that goes on all the time in your Facebook group? Do you offer that?
The 3-day workshop is coming periodically.
Okay, that's periodically. Okay.
Yeah, but also this challenge is only the first time I'm doing the giveaway challenge. I'm giving away, well, not only me, but a group of entrepreneurs are giving away worth of like $3,000 to $4,000 US value to the people who win the challenge. So now is the time to join the group, because you're going to win $3,000 to $4,000 US worth of values. Yeah.
So once someone come into your group, they have the privilege to be able to coach with you in person, one-on-one. You offer one-on-one coaching, group coaching. What type of programs do you offer, Alex?
Right. So in my groups, I give a lot of free stuff.
Yes.
So I have 3 days workshop. I have money mindset trainings. I have gratitude challenges. It's run all around the
That's
year.
I've seen some of them. They're really inspirational and transformative, by the way. And that's one of the reasons why I said I have to have her on our show, because you get into our Facebook group, you really will learn how to up level anyone's coaching, anyone current business if you're an entrepreneur. But I wanted to ask, you do offer one-on-one private coaching too. So if someone wanted to hire you as their coach, you do offer that as well, right?
Yeah, I have one-on-one, I have group coaching, and I have like different, I facilitate a range of Bob Proctor's coaching program. So we have a different price range to the programs, but my favorite is thinking into results. That is my favorite because I be able to hold you accountable every single week for 6 months to be able to embed this way of living to produce the result.
It's a 6-month process. It's 6 months.
6 month process, but I do give bonuses. If people say action fast, I give them extra bonuses.
Yeah. So people are looking into the transformation. It's like transforming, people buy transforming. They want the results. They're buying the results. So this has been really, really good. So let me ask you as we close this out, are you fulfilled now? Have you found your calling? Have you found your passion? Are you happy?
Absolutely. I'm so happy because it took me 20 years to find Bob Proctor. When I found Bob Proctor, my mentor, I just changed within a month. So that's why I'm so passionate about helping people to change their life, because you don't have to be like me. You don't have to be spending 20 years to figure this out. If you be able to hold on to this information, your life will be changed instantly. Like my clients work with me within a week, they have extra 10,000 drop into their bank account, just like that. For me,
but not only the money though, because the money is a drawing factor, but it's what it's doing to you spiritually, your interpersonal development, trading that time for dollars for money. You're able to really express yourself inwardly, and you'll be able to show that outwardly with other people and share with them how they can find their deepest desires and passions. But it's also doing things that you love so that you can have more time, more bandwidth, more bank, so that you can spend with your family and do those luscious things that you love to do, right?
Absolutely. It's like the time, money and time freedom, what you do with that money and time freedom. Like it's be able to make an impact in people's life, or be able to contribute as like the way that you want to contribute to the world. Spend the time with the loved ones, travel with them, right? So all that. And also my relationship has improved so much. My relationship with my husband, we were on the verge of divorce, but now within months, because I changed myself, and that repaired our relationship, and my kids also benefit from that. And can I put a price tag on that? No way.
You cannot put a price tag. So let me ask you, what is your favorite color, Alex?
Oh, it's green. It's prosperity.
It's green, and you look good in it. And what do you find yourself? What do you love to do when you're not coaching? What's one of your favorite pastimes?
Oh, bushwalking, connecting with the nature. I love that. That is really when I be able to connect to my divine and have a direct line to God.
Yes. And what is your next place of travel anywhere in the world? I mean, you're one of the most beautiful places in the world right now, in the continent of Australia. What else? What is your next where you would like to travel? If you can kind of like wave that magic wand, where would you travel to next?
I would love to be able to travel to Vienna, Austria, because I spent 1 year there in my early 20s, and there was my dream was born to become a entrepreneur, have a global business.
Nice.
And while I want to take my children and my family go to visit Vienna, Austria again.
Nice. So where can the viewers find you? What contact information would you like to leave, how people can get in contact with you, Alex?
Sure, join my Facebook group. That is the best place you'll be able to connect with me. It's called Successful Entrepreneur Mindset for Dream Warriors.
Nice. And is there any last words you would like to share or to leave with the listeners and the viewers before we close out the show?
Absolutely. If you want to speed up the process, if you wanted to be on a fast track, find a mentor, because Bob Proctor, when I found him, he speed up my process just in a heartbeat.
Yes.
And I just realized I don't need to struggle, and you don't have to struggle for 20 years to be able to have that 1 minute of light bulb moments like, oh my gosh, I can be fast. I can tap into his belief. I can tap into someone else's awareness. I can tap into their belief in me. I can borrow that to speed up the process that I am in. It just saves you so much time.
Yeah.
The time is the most precious commodities in this world.
And you don't get it back. And you don't get it back. So while you have it, use it wisely. Alex, it has been such a pleasure for being on the show. Thank you so much. I will leave that information in the show notes, how people could get in contact with you, join your Facebook group, get a part of this 7-day challenge as part of your 3-day workshop. And if they would like to be in alignment with you to do some one-on-one coaching, that's what you're there. And also mentorship. And for those of you who want more information about me, Kim Evans, my information is KME Coaching. I offer one-on-one coaching as well for the business entrepreneur lady boss that's trying to leverage and scale and grow their business online, as well as my new group program, which is a 12-month program, e-online course that I'm offering called the Unstoppable Lady Boss Blueprint System. So you all listeners and viewers, thank you so much for watching KME Coaching Inspired Conversations with Kim Evans. My lovely guest here, Miss Alex Quinn. Thank you from Sydney, Australia. Thank you so much for being a guest on my show in June. God bless you.